some stuff from the United States of Epstein. Of course, only a few bits here. But President Trump came out with a post on Truth Social, and he said, "Thank you to Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Qatar for your great bravery and help. But bro forgot about Bahrain and Kuwait, the most bombed countries during the entire war." Ah, how unfortunate. Trump has also claimed Iran has agreed to everything, including handing over enriched uranium and stopping support for groups like Hezbollah and Hamas, according to CBS News. I would say that is complete nonsense. We've got a brilliant AI video that came out. Just watch it, it's a funny one. I don't know who makes these, but they do make me laugh. And also President Trump said, he basically threatened Iran and said if no deal is reached, unfortunately we'll have to start dropping bombs again. Of course he wants to start the war again. Let's play the video.
We'll get it. Go ahead.
If you don't have a deal by Wednesday when the ceasefire ends, will you extend the ceasefire or will
I
you
don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't extend it.
Okay.
But the blockade is going to remain. But maybe I won't extend it. So you have a blockade, and unfortunately we'll have to start dropping bombs again. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. I think it's going to happen.
What about the UFOs, Mr. President?
Yemen will get it.
Uh-oh. Trump the terrorist strikes again. Strikes again. A New York Mayor, Zohran Mamdani, said to be told a city-run grocery store is implausible, but $500 million a day to kill people in Iran and Lebanon is necessary, speaks to a broken politics. What do you guys think about this Mamdani guy? I don't really know too much about him because he's obviously a New York mayor. We don't really hear too much about that in the UK. Or at least I don't see much about him. But what do you guys think about him? Let's play the clip.
You're a proud democratic socialist. It's clear Republicans plan to use you and that platform as an attack point come the midterms. Do you feel pressure to prove that your brand of democratic socialism works before the midterms?
I feel pressure from New Yorkers to deliver for them on their day-to-day needs. If Republicans want to attack a record of making it easier for families to raise their kids in this city, of workers to get paid what they're owed, of New Yorkers to get around the 5 boroughs, they can feel free to attack that. But what they will find is that the reason so many people across the city and across the country have lost faith in politics is because of that sense that politics has less and less of a relevance to their day-to-day needs. And in fact, one of the most relevant things that we can be doing in our politics today is addressing the material needs of working class people. That's exactly what we focused on.
What I'm asking is, whether you like it or not, you have been made to seem like a boogeyman of some kind from the Republicans, especially when you were running. So do you feel an added sense of pressure nationally because of the face you've become of the Democratic Party and specifically the progressive part of this party?
I'll be honest with you, I don't let myself think too much about what Republicans seek to portray me as. The power of an ideology is judged in the worth of its delivery. Delivery, at the end of the day, is every single thing that we want to do. It's why I spoke on Sunday about pothole politics as a way we describe the work that we do. Because for a long time, Republicans have sought to describe themselves as being driven by the needs of working people, when in reality we've seen a chasm in what they've actually delivered for those people. I mean, look at the war in Iran today. We're talking about a federal administration that has spent close to $30 billion killing thousands of people at a time when working class people across this country cannot afford the bare minimum. To be told that a city-run grocery store is implausible, but spending more than $500 million a day to kill people in Iran and Lebanon is not only plausible but necessary. It speaks to a broken kind of politics. And what we're showing is that we can put forward not just our principles, but also the practical impacts of this work. We can deliver universal childcare and change 6,700 catch basins. We can take on bad landlords across the city and start to repave more than 1,000 miles of roadway. We can do all of these things where we've been told in the past you could only do one.
Has the war in Iran had an outsized impact specifically on the economy of this city?
Yes, the war in Iran has had an impact on the economy of this country. And even more than the economy, it's had an impact on the people.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about this guy, really. Exactly what you said, London lady. His mum's besties with someone we know. Yes, I saw that as well, which is the only thing that makes me suspicious about this guy. Yeah. I don't know. You can't really trust any of these people that are high up in politics, to be fair. If he's been elected, then it's just automatic suspicion, because we all know that most of these like politicians are all the same. It doesn't really matter what they say, because they all end up doing a different thing, and they all bow down to the same masters at the end of the day. So yeah, I don't know what to think about him. I don't want to trust him, to be honest. But then again, I don't really know that much about him, so I don't know. And yeah, we'll go over some stuff from oh, okay, London lady, you didn't mean it that way. I mean, I was seeing some stuff to do with like Epstein and that. I don't know how true it was. That's what I thought you was talking about. But I've seen a lot of people that are very suspicious of him, so I'm just kind of on the fence with him. I don't know. Literally, the best thing I can say is I don't know too much about him, so I'd rather not give too much of an opinion on the guy. I've seen him say some good things, and I've heard some bad things about him too. So I suppose time will tell. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's so difficult. So much information out there, misinformation out there. Yeah, I agree. And he's better than Erdogan. Yeah, maybe he is. You might be right. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So onto some stuff from Lebanon. So, where should we start? So, the ceasefire apparently went into place yesterday. I think it was early yesterday, or maybe it was the day before. And not even 24 hours later, we started to see some ceasefire violations already. And can you guess who was violating the ceasefire? Of course, Israel. So yeah, Trump to Israel said Israel will not be bombing Lebanon any longer. They are prohibited by the USA. Enough is enough. And do you know what Israel done in response to Trump saying that? Israel once again violated the so-called ceasefire, carrying out a drone strike on a motorcycle in southern Lebanon that led to the death of one Lebanese civilian. So it looks like Israel does not give a fuck what you have to say, Trump. And do you know the worst thing is? The reason why they don't give a fuck? The reason why the Israelis don't care what Trump has to say is because they know that they can just do what they want and get away with it. Trump literally tells them, guys, you're not bombing Lebanon anymore. Enough's enough. And not even an hour later, they are dropping drone strikes on civilians in Lebanon. So, what's Trump going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. That's why they don't care. They've done this before. It's like, you know when you just know, have you ever known people that will just constantly take the piss out of somebody because they know that they can get away with it? Because they've done it in the past, they've gotten away with it, so they just know that they can push their limits. That's what Israel does to Trump. They know Trump's all talk and he ain't going to do anything to them, and at the end of the day, he's always going to listen to what they have to say. So, Trump's words are literally irrelevant when he says something like, Israel is not striking Lebanon again. And 2 days after a $10 million US bounty was placed on Hattab Hezbollah leader Abu Hussein al-Hamidawi, he appeared in Karbala rallies marking unity and the Lebanon ceasefire. So you can see that he's not scared. So yeah, crazy scenes there. And Hezbollah also released footage showing a direct strike on an Israeli army site. Crazy scenes, crazy scenes. Also, despite the ceasefire again, Israel carried out explosions in residential areas in Lebanon. What is wrong with these demons? They can't help themselves, can they? They really can't help themselves. Terrorist scum. Another one here, another video. No sound on it, but you can see the damage. Look. So much for the ceasefire, right? So much for the fucking ceasefire. And the Lebanese president, the Zionist, of course, he came out and said, "We are no longer a card in anyone's pocket, nor a battleground for anyone. I will not allow any Lebanese to die for the sake of others. I'm ready to go anywhere to liberate my land. Yet, Israeli terrorists are bombing your country and you're doing nothing about it." Look at the comments. Is this an April Fool's joke? He is in the Americans' pockets. No one is dying in Lebanon except for the sake of Lebanon, unless the south is not a part of Lebanon. Go to the south and liberate it. All talk and no action. Israel has attacked Lebanon several times and killed thousands of Lebanese, and still they have no effective defence measures to fight back like Iran did. I bet Israel won't attack Iran again after this war is over because they proved they can fight back. Exactly that. What a great comment. But yeah, yo bro, unfollow Adnan Rashid. I don't even know who that is. And why am I being told to unfollow him? Yeah, but anyway, yeah, go fight for your country, mate. You're getting bombed by Israel and doing nothing about it. Because look, Israel tried claiming minutes before the ceasefire came into effect, IDF soldiers conducted a special operation in the Christofani Ridge in southern Lebanon and established an operational presence in the area. The IDF remains on high alert and will continue to remove threats in southern Lebanon throughout the area between the border with Israel and the designated line in accordance with the ceasefire understandings. And it was quote tweeted and said, minutes before the ceasefire came into effect, the IDF massacred this entire family in South Lebanon. So that was their special operation that they claim. It's a real operation to kill an innocent family, yeah? Okay. Nice one. And aerial footage reveals the scale of destruction as a Christian Lebanese town has been reduced to rubble by Israel. This is heartbreaking. Very sad.